Hello to myself and everybody else. This is video 124. So far today, still looking at C++ from the free code camp 31-hour video. And so far this time, we're looking at something called the this function. And so far I'm going to start off by basically just copy and pasting what we did. So basically just all this is from the last video on the constructor and deconstructor order and everything. This is literally all the exact same stuff from there and everything before. Hold on, it's in the wrong order. Let me do this. There we go. So yeah, basically just again the includes using namespace std, then the class dog. So far the public stuff is again the default constructor, the constructor that allows us to put in a name, a breed, and an age, and then the deconstructor. And then privately we got the string name, string breed, and a pointer for the age. Then we have the functions and everything too for the constructor, being able to put in the name, the breed, and the age, taking in the variables, name, breed, age, making age a pointer, and then printing out the constructor. Then after that, the deconstructor, it will just again delete the pointer, and then it will go ahead and print out like what it deleted, and then just in main, we're just some examples we just printed out. But so far with this and everything too, the video, it did kind of add like a decent amount of stuff with this. So we'll go ahead and just get started. First thing we do is for the stuff for the first function here, that's for the first constructor. We're basically going to go ahead and use an example of the this function. So basically I'm going to just go ahead and like edit this right here, and we're going to just see what the this function does off the bat. So basically we're going to say just say dog name, and from there it should print out the name, and then afterwards it will print out, after there it will print out the this function here. Constructed at, and then we'll type in just this, and basically this is what we did right here. Just we change this so it will print out the dog name, and then it will print out where it was constructed at, and put a comma and a space here. Then it'll print out where it was constructed at, so basically the pointer and stuff it's located, and this should print out the pointer it's located at. And then we'll do the same thing for the deconstructor, so basically just copy this and just replace this and just say deconstructed at, and same thing, just use this, should print out the address. I'll go ahead and comment the rest of these out so we can just have like, just be able to see like it's simply what it does. So we just go ahead and hit run, and we see right here it says dog name constructed at, and then it has the address where it's constructed at, dog name doggy1 deconstructed at, and then where it's deconstructed. Basically, again, it just shows that this is good for printing out the address of whatever, you're doing it with. Like, it printed out where this function and everything was printed out at. So this line right here, using this, it was like, here's where it will be located and all that. So far, the video also does show, like, other things that it did, like, that this function did as well. So one thing it did was basically add another function here and everything in the constructors, and basically this is used to just kind of print out information. So it's called void print info. It doesn't take anything into it. And what it does is it prints out basically word dog. And then from there it should print out basically what this is and everything and stuff like that as well. So this, so that'll be like where it's located and everything as well. And basically trying to like organize it so we can like just be able to visually see what this is and all that stuff as well. And from there it should be, let me see, you type out the name. And this one was kind of long. It basically just had like it would print out everything, basically the name, the breed, so breed, and then from there also type out the age as well. And this one's a pointer, so P_age. Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff and everything, but yeah, basically this again, it just prints out basically just the information for what we type in. So this again types out dog, this basically saying like what the address and everything stuff of it is. Then it types out the name, the breed, and the age, and all the information we're getting here from this function: name, breed, age, everything like that. So far we can just see how it looks and everything too by just going in and typing in for dog1 dot print underscore info. Then we just run it. Yeah, so this again types out dog name, so constructed at. So basically this right here, doing this stuff first. Then it's doing the print info right under it where it's like dog, where it's located at, name, dog1, breed, shepherd, age 4. So all the information we got inside of here. And then it deconstructs it and prints it out. Again, just another example showing that you can use this in this context, so just print out, you know, what the address and everything is. And it also showed that there is one other use for this as well. So basically for this and everything and stuff too, what we have to do is this. So I have to make some space and everything stuff here. So basically the other thing it did was it's saying you can use this as a way to like make two things have the exact same variable name and be able to use it. So basically with this, we're going to be making a whole bunch of like setters. I'll just call this one normal because we're going to make like two other kind of setters that I'll have to comment this out later. But based with this, what it did was it made some setters so we could set the name, the breed, and the age. So basically just go ahead and do that in this order. So we're going to set the name first. So void set dog name. And then from there we'll do string view name. And with that and everything too, like basically what the video did was we'll be making it variable, so it's like name equals name. And normally the compiler would cause an error and stuff for that, where it'll be like name, like we have name here as a parameter, and we have name right here as what would be the name parameter and stuff like that too. So it would be confused. It'd be like, we don't know what that is. So basically we would use this, and then we'll basically make like a kind of arrow and everything for it too. And then type in name equals, well, let me put space there. Name equals name. And basically that'll be a way we would get this to work and everything and stuff as well. Because so far if we didn't have this, it would have a problem and everything and stuff too. So basically I can probably just show what this looks like real quick. So far I'll just go down here and just do this then. Let me just, yeah, I can keep this and everything too. Alright, so let me do this. So basically with this, we'll just end up doing something like, let's say, dog1 dot set dog name. And then from there, we'll just say something like, just going off the video here, just calling him Pumbaa. And so from there, we can just set the info and print the info and stuff out, so we can just run it. And so far I did it right there and everything too. So call it doggy1 right there. Then we change the name to Pumbaa, and right here it printed it out. Name is Pumbaa. And everything and stuff like that too. So far, again, if I get rid of this right here, if I get rid of that and just have name equals name and run it. So far, again, it doesn't work whatsoever. It says doggy1, and just nothing happens. It didn't change whatsoever. So again, that's why we would put this here and everything. And now it works. So that's why you have to put this so you can allow it to even work. Again, you could just use like another variable name if you wanted to as well. But just basically, this is just an example just to show you how this would work. So basically, again, we just kind of do the exact same thing and everything like that too for just the other stuff. So like I can just copy this basically. And from there, we're going to do the dog breed. So just change name to breed. And basically, I just copy it and stuff too. So change name to breed. And from there, we just make sure we just see it works and stuff again. So we just do dog 1, set dog breed. And from here, we can say, and just taking this from the video and everything too, it just said something called a wire fox terrier. So again, we just run it. All right, so I forgot the semicolon here. Okay, now run it. There we go. So it says doggy 1, which is the main stuff up here. And then from there, we just change the name and the breed. So it prints out Pumbaa, breed, wire fox terrier, age 4. So we're going to do the next one. Just go ahead and change the age and everything and stuff as well. So basically, again, kind of the same exact thing as it was before. So with this one, again, since the age is a pointer, it will be slightly different. So I can just basically still just take this, but we have to do some editing to it. So basically this would be void set dog age. And then from there, we change string view to int. Make the variable age. And so far, let me just erase these because probably ain't no more sense with this. There we go. Alright. So far, again, with the thing with the age is basically the exact same thing where we'll just change everything to p_age. Because the same thing we have like right here, p_age. But the thing is, this, like p_age is a pointer, so we will have to do this. Basically, have to put a star and put this in the first variable inside parentheses, so it knows it's this whole thing here is a pointer. And from there, that should allow it to work. Actually, I got to change this to age again, just so we can match the thing up here and stuff too and all. We're not using the exact same name, just basically again, just this pointer, it knows to make it this. That's the main thing. It should still work the exact same way. So I just do dog 1 set dog age, and let's say instead of 4, we just make it 66, and we just run it. There it is. So just Pumbaa, breed, wire fox terrier, age 66. So again, we just set the thing for that too, just so we can see how we can use this to basically affect the variable name, stuff like that too and all. So far, the thing the video did after that was basically show you can also use it to kind of like make pointers and stuff as well. So basically, if I just copy let me just copy all of this real quick. And then we're just going to comment all this out. So I'll just go down twice, print. So for this will be pointers. And the main thing you just do with this really is, first, for this, you would just go ahead and change the void to dog and then put a pointer. So it'll be something like this. Dog, same name as class, and then put this here. You do this to each and every one of these where void is. And the other thing you will end up doing as well is basically just returning and then this. So at the bottom of each one, you'll put return this. Put that base at the bottom of each one. And that's basically how you would make like the setters pointers and everything as well. So again, we can just like down here using an example. Let me just probably go ahead and just comment these out because we're doing something kind of slightly a little bit different. Yeah, because with this, what we'll be doing is, again, just the video kind of showed another way you can do this. So I'll just say goes with pointer setters. And basically just how it had it was like dog1 dot set dog name, and then here you have parentheses and stuff as well, and put let's just put Pumbaa, And then from here, you can also use the arrow and stuff as well too. So just a dash and then a greater than sign, and just kind of like have everything connected. So then here you can put set dog breed here, wire fox terrier, another arrow, and then say set dog age, and then we just say 2. So far, again, I'm pretty sure you can do it the same thing with the normal ones as well. You can just have it all together just with a line and everything, or with an arrow and stuff like this. But there's just another way it showed, so we just run it. And yeah, it works same way. So again, name, Pumbaa, breed, wire fox terrier, age 2. So we show it is different because the age is different from 66 to 2 now. So you can do it like this and everything for setting pointers and everything and stuff as well. And so far, the last thing and stuff too that the video showed was basically how to use this with references. So instead of pointers like we did this time, I'll just again copy this and I'll just comment this out. And again, just go down a bit more. And from here again, instead of pointers, it'll be references. And with this, basically, again, the and symbol and stuff for each one, basically change each one of these from stars to and symbols. And then in front of every this, we would put, like, basically between return and this, I'm just going to put it right on this. For each one, we put a star. Basically, we can, like, dereference it and everything, too, and use as a reference. And this right here is how you should be able to use a reference and everything. Instead of, like, a pointer or just making it normal, this all be a reference. And so far down here again, just to make sure it works, basically what they did in the video for this one, we basically use the same thing, except there is like just a slight difference with it. So I'll just say goes with reference setters, paste this here and comment this other one out. So far, instead of arrows, we'll just use a dot. So we're just using a dot here instead of like an arrow, and then just run it. Again, does the exact same thing. Let's just change something, just say just wire terrier, just to make sure it changed. Just make it age 200. There we go, age 200, wire terrier, Pumbaa, everything, stuff like that and all. And basically that was the whole thing it showed. Just basically, again, just showing how you can get different setters and stuff too using this, and making, you know, pointer setters and normal setters, and just different ways you can use this to get the reference point or get the address of where it is, and to also be able to just use different variables and things like that. So that was like the main thing the video just showed. That was really it. So to myself and everybody else, see you in the next one.